What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking out Encased, a sci-fi post-apocalyptic RPG. I love it when the game does my job for me. Like, I could have come into this game not even knowing the name of the game and just like, pow, you've got the name of the game, you've got what it is, you've got like all the different genres in like one run. Man, if only every game made my job this easy. Welcome on in. It's good to have you all. We're going to be diving on in and checking it out today because I am a sloppy sucker for anything that's post-apocalyptic. I can't help myself. So let's start a new game and RPG it on up, shall we?
You remember how it all started?
I don't.
The year was 1971. The dome was discovered in a remote desert, a gigantic structure of unknown origin. Then, the leading world powers founded the CRONUS Corporation with the purpose of researching it. Scientists and other experts were transported inside the dome from Crystal Sands, a city built at its foot. The Spire station was also built at the top of the mysterious formation, and all the goods and personnel were moving through it to reach the lands beneath the dome. CRONUS promised the flourishing of the civilization in its advertising materials. Teleportation technology, flying cars, new power sources, the cure for all diseases, maybe even eternal life. Who knows? We thought it's our golden ticket. We thought these hospitality open doors led us to the greatest treasury in the universe. And although it was impossible to leave the dome, this subtle warning didn't stop us. Our faith in the better future made us blind. We were looking for new technologies and found millions of strange mechanisms we didn't know how to use. We were searching for immortality, but we lost so many lives. We let the genie out of the bottle, and we had no idea what it will take in exchange for fulfilling our wishes. We were delusional, not seeing the big picture. In September 1976, the day you were delivered from Spire to Magellan Station, the delusions were never stronger.
Can you imagine just having a conversation with that guy? You'd be chilling and be like, I'm thinking about going to Burger King later. You want me to get you anything? I would like some chicken nuggets. Also, be sure that you procure some ranch. Sometimes I get caught up in my own head with like these thoughts that are running along, where like the entire time that guy was narrating, like I'm not paying attention to the storyline at all because I'm just imagining him like at the DMV being like, my license has expired. I have been sitting on these uncomfortable chairs for about 2 hours. Like, oh man, I can't help it. It happens to me. Like I caught up in my own head. My wife says that I get a facial look when I'm doing it. Like, my wife's like, I know you aren't paying attention because you got that look on your face. And I'm like, what look? And she's like, that look that's got you, like, I can tell you're thinking of, like, something funny in your head because you just, like, zone out and go, like, completely blank except for the smallest, like, smirk on the corner of your mouth. And I can tell you're, like, envisioning some SNL skit in your head. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing towards that. Like, during that entire introduction, that's what I was doing the second I heard that guy's voice. All right, so let's find ourselves a portrait up in here. None of these guys really, that guy looks kind of psychotic. I don't know if I trust him. I'm the kind of person that when I play an RPG, my character always looks like me. I try to get him close. I don't know why. I've always wondered if you could do a psychological study on like people's RPG characters and what they look like. People's RPG characters and what they look like versus like how they envision themselves in their heads or whatever, you know? And like I'm gonna be this guy right here. This guy seems like he means business. Like all these other characters, they seem too friendly or psychotic. This guy right here, he seems like he ain't messing around. This dude, hey, did you get rid of my portrait? Where's my portrait at, dude? It took me forever to, there we go. I want to be that guy right there. My name is none. No, my name will be Splat. There we go. That's perfect. My age will be like, I don't know, yeah, make him like 41. That's cool. Sounds good to me. We can be from the Silver Wing. Determine the first priority out of 1,000. Find experts who can suss out the best solutions to every problem. Equip workers with the right tools and ship the necessary materials where they need to go. Every base built and every successful expedition is a testament to the hard work and deep wisdom of the Silver Wing managers. Okay, the Blackwings, using the most powerful weapons and advanced military equipment, the employees of Blackwing protect humanity from the myriad hazards of the dome. Gotcha. So those guys are like logistics. These guys are like weaponry. The Orange Wing. Everyone needs a second chance, especially those willing to make amends for their crimes working for the betterment of humanity. Orange Wing was created especially for those people. Its employees are everywhere, providing every kind of domestic service, from cleaning and delivery to manufacturing and construction. There's a lot of work to be done under the dome, and every employee of Orange Wing will find a way to make their own contribution. And then the White Wing. It's often said the time of great discoveries is now past. What nincompooperi. Just like Galileo and Newton, White Wing employees are launching a new era of science. Okay, so they're scientists. The Blue Wing, what do? Hard work and knowledge. How are they different from the Orange Wing? Are they just like not ex-criminals? Either way, I'm going with the Silver Wing guy because he looks like a baller. Like, I already made up my mind. I was just going through all the options. This guy's all balled out in like an Italian suit, and he got like leather killing hands gloves on, looking like an assassin out here. I'm going with that guy. Head type. Let's find ourselves a new head. We got to have a scar to match up with our... Can I get like a... I was gonna say, we got to kind of look like our portrait right there. Yeah, he looks like a downright threatening individual who's slightly terrifying. Yeah, sure, absolutely. We kind of look like, we can be like, there we go, we can be Abraham Lincoln. 7 years ago, our forefathers wore giant power armor. If I go with that, I look like Cypher from The Matrix, dude. Don't hate the messenger, Trinity. Don't hate me, Trinity. I'm only the messenger. What kind of features? Oh, you're changing your beard color. I was just going to stick with black. Black sounded pretty good to me. All right, cool, man. Sounds dope. And then we've got different stats and things. And it looks like they pre-allocate my stats. Can I take these all the way down? Ooh, I can. Nice. Okay. So do we have an idea of what all this stuff does? So muscle. It's physical strength. It looks like it affects our melee damage, our hit points, our hand-to-hand skills, our heavy weapons. Okay. We've got perception. That affects our initiative. How good we are apparently with piloting, contraptions, medicine, light weapons, and heavy weapons. We've got guts, which appears to be mostly fortitude saves, regeneration and hit points, and maybe a little bit of survival in there. We've got charisma, which is obviously going to be an important stat. That's for speech and leadership. All right. We've got brains. That's going to affect pretty much everything crafting related as far as like Fallout stats go. We've got deafness, which appears to be mostly criminal attributes, criminal traits, okay. We've got luck, which is almost entirely gambling, and our critical rate, all right. We've also got psyche, which is our resilience mentally, and it looks like our psionics ability. All right. Well, what I like to do is I'm a very, very, like, 5 points in everything kind of guy. That's what I almost always do. And so it looks like that's not really going to be an option. So to give us some extra points, I'm going to kind of take it all down by 1 and leave a 4 in everything just in case. Now then, I do want to be perceptive. Being perceptive seems like a good thing to be. I want to be very charismatic. Deafness, I don't know. Brains sound all right, so we'll add a point there. Deafness we'll add a point into. If we're planning on shooting guns, we probably need more deafness, in all honesty. It looks like perception and deafness are the two that really determine like how good you are with pistols, just in case you want to be a pistolero. And so I think with 1 point left, we could dump it into charisma, and we could just be like the ultimate charismatic guy. That's entirely an option. Or we could go with something like HP over here. Muscle seems to affect more stuff. So I think if we're looking purely at pragmatism, we should go with muscle. But let's stick to our core stats. We're going to be very charismatic. All right. So we need to tag our skills. So this is very similar to Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. If it is like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, your tagged skills will essentially level up like twice as fast than all of your other ones. That doesn't mean that it's not impossible for you to level everything else up too. In fact, in like Fallout 2, you could max out like a ton of stats if you really, really dedicated to it and ground it out a little bit in combat. But that being said, I think we should probably tag light weapons. Yeah, we'll go with light weapons. That sounds good. I will probably go with What other things do I want? Well, I want speechcraft for sure, wherever speechcraft is at. So the ability to lead others towards a brighter future, increased wealth, or painful death. Yeah, I want speech for sure. So we'll tag that as one of our skills. And then criminal. This skills allow you to take other people's things and penetrate restricted areas. We also have like stealth and whatnot. We can take like one extra thing, and since like I don't have any metagame knowledge right now about what's the most useful, like in Fallout 2, I could 100% be like, you want this, this, and this. Don't worry about anything else. In the early game, you want these 3 because that's going to get you the most loot and the most XP. But with this game, I have no idea. And so I figure I'll probably just go with lockpicking maybe. It is a criminal pursuit after all. Yeah, we'll tag that. That sounds good. We'll put some points into it. I don't know what these little checks are down here, but it gives us lockpicking. And we're like at 40 lockpicking. That's not like amazing, but it's not like terrible either. So sounds good to me. Let's go next, shall we? This is our character right here. Not a bad spread, in all fairness. I feel like we might be okay. We've got pretty good light weapons skill. So, like, if we're going to be using, like, pistols and submachine guns and things like that, I think it's going to work out. Let's start. You take the envelope handed to you. The CRONUS logo stares up at you from it, along with a large number 1. You open the envelope. Inside, you find a foil-coated postcard depicting a strange glowing mechanism. A sound card serves as an official invitation. Yeah, let's go with the intro. Why not? You receive a second envelope. Inside is a copy of the form you filled out earlier. The third envelope contains another congratulatory postcard and a ticket to the Crystal Sands. This is the town of Crystal Sands, an employer's last stop before they enter the dome. The authority of the committee is hardly felt here, but there is nothing strange in it. Everyone who wanted to really command and rule, they are all there, beyond the flickering edge in the sky. Michael Irwood, the smiling boy from the cover of Zeit 6 years ago, he was the talk of the town. At 20, he became the co-owner of Horizon INR and took the company to the top of the arms market. Few remember him now. Those days, Zeit features CRONUS staff, who make Horizon's best look like ants. CRONUS grows far too fast, outpacing all of its competitors, and its management division, known as the Silver Wing, is looking to hire people just like you. High flyers, raring to become the new Michael Irwood. There is no corporate ladder. This is an elevator. The glass doors behind you close, and the funicular carries you to the spire. A gentle wind rocks the crowded cabin. At the handrail, your view of the city is obscured by the rising heat. The funicular rises on. Frost whitens the windows, its script pale upon the glass. The cabin heating clicks on. Let's look in a window. Clinging to the handrail, you peer through the frosted glass. It emerges through milk-white clouds. The sunlight reflects bright upon the roof of the dome. You shield your eyes. The spire approaches. A moment, and the cabin shutters and docks. The spire. Steady white light floods the station hallways. You feel like you're in outer space or at a busy shopping mall. The clerk at the desk gives you a friendly nod and passes you the 4th envelope, the 4th and last. Inside you find your name tag, permanent pass, and magnetic chip no bigger than an aspirin. On the chip you find engraved the number 38. At capsule 38, you put the chip in the slot and the door opens and you step inside. 5 others have arrived before you. You give them a wave before taking a seat. The round door closes with a dull clap. The capsule begins its descent, accelerating slowly. Let's check out the Silver Wing guy. Monty James. The Silver puts one hand on his chest and with the other playfully salutes you. He nods at your name tag. I've read your profile. Let's look at the Blackwing employee. The Black introduces herself. She puts her hand on the shoulder of the Orange sitting beside her. And this is my first assignment, Lieutenant Elsa Olafson. Okay. A young woman. Her tag reads Tomoko Kimura. She catches your reflection in the glass and turns. There was an article in Subverse about light-emitting minerals with changeable crystalline grids. Quietly, she answers the question you didn't get the chance to ask. I'm here for them. The Russian squeezes your fingers in his own. Gesturing to the window, he points at the lattice of unfinished aqueducts standing tall and still in the sand. Then he pats himself on the chest. Looks like he doesn't speak English. And the Orange Wing guy? The orange jumpsuit pretends not to notice you. His eyes are lowered and he studies his own thin wrists and the handcuffs that bind them. You move to the window and beneath the rippling clouds you spy a golden desert, pretty as an advertisement. The dunes ripple in pale waves. You think you see patterns. You squint. You're right. There are concentric circles that seem to stain the sand. The capsule sinks into the clouds and the Silver knocks on the viewport. Attention, ladies and gentlemen. These are your last moments in your old world. I advise you to enjoy them. The cabin quivers as if breaking through an invisible barrier, and the Black lets out a barely audible breath. That's the boundary. There's no going back now. The ground comes up fast and the capsule hits the braking cushions. The door opens to the desert flooded with sunlight and an orange transporter stands nearby. The Silver adjusts his jumpsuit and narrows his eyes. Attention, you are now entering CRONUS territory. Mr. Potenine, Miss Kimura, please follow me and pick your seats. Mr. Bisley looks uncomfortable. Elsa, would you be so kind as to provide him with handcuffs that are more humane? The orange smiles bitterly as he takes his seat at the back of the transporter near the barred window. His humane handcuffs softly shine and the vehicle begins to move. The world under the dome looks like a dream, a great and glorious one. The transporter pulls out onto a brand new road with freshly painted yellow-white markings. The faraway horizon glows blue-silver as the light glints on the edges of the dome. We'll just sit back for now. You make yourself comfortable and drop your gaze at the road flowing beneath you. Heat, sun, and the wind playing with an empty red-white striped cup. The transport rolls over the bridge across the wide highway. Vehicles speed by below. Billboards line the road and streetlights burn bright even in daytime. The car turns off the street and down into an underground parking lot. The Silver opens the door and the car is bathed in yellow light of dozens of lamps. In the far corner of the lot, a spacious elevator awaits you and the doors open. The lift's powerful engines suddenly fall silent and the platform stops. The hollow echo of voices is coming from below. The lamps in the wall fixtures are buzzing quietly. The soft rumble of distant mechanisms come from behind the ventilation hatch. Alright. So apparently here we are. Go ahead and have a look around. There's our little dude right there. Aw, dude, I'm wearing like a bodysuit. I thought I was gonna have my dope suit. That's like the only reason I picked that character, so I could ball out. I was trying to look good. Well, apparently there's a way out over here, so we'll check that out. We can go through this little vent. We found relic shards and electrical equipment. I'm gonna take it all because why not? The stranger bounces back and turns his flashlight on you. Herman, hey, who the hell are you? So, can you fix the elevator? The Blue looks at you for a long time. All right, get on the elevator and I'll send you on your way. The technician thinks for a couple of seconds. I'm gonna switch the electricity on now. The elevator's gonna move as soon as you reach the pile of cases behind him collapses with a crash and one of the containers falls open and a small glowing part bounces out onto the floor. He stares helplessly at the part, then back at you. I didn't take him, it was Herman. Yeah, Herman's the thief. Oh, fuck it. He pulls a monkey wrench from his belt and takes a step towards you. He's already trying to beat me to death? You better find a weapon, bro. I'm trying to get the hell away from you as far as I can. I only have like a 35% chance of hitting. That's not very good. Luckily, I feel like I might have him kind of like out AP'd right now. There's a toolbox over there? Yeah, get the toolbox. Dude, oh, there's nothing in it? Dude, I'm trying to find a weapon. Oh, God. Alright, screw it. We're doing this thing. It's throwdown time. Yup. Enjoy these hands, son. They're rated E for everyone. You saved an AP? Maybe I should save an AP. Yeah, throw those hands out there. Yup, stick and jab, stick and jab. Keep your head moving. Oh my god, this is the worst. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh god, I'm partially blind. He beat me blind with a wrench. What a douche. Oh, my hit chance is 5? That's pretty terrible. Yeah, run away from him. How do I fix my blindness? Is that like permanent? Like I'm never gonna be unblinded again? Oh my god, finally. I've replayed this fight like 4 times now. Like, there's not really anything else you can do. I'm not a melee character. This is actually one of my principal problems with Fallout 2 as well, is that it pigeonholed you into taking melee combat at the beginning because it was like next to nearly impossible to get through the first area without like some melee skill. It's all good. Like, we made it through, but like, I don't know why RPGs always want to do that. where it's like if you make like a talkie character, you make like a, you know, a character that's like a gun character, the entire first area will be like all melee all the time, and you'll be like, okay. And we got a black pin. It looks blue most of the time, but sometimes flashes with unnaturally bright colors, mainly red and green. Honestly, it's just the blindness attack that he uses. Everything else is fine. That fight would be totally winnable. It's just the blindness attack that he has, because it nerfs your hit rate from like 40% down to like 5%, as you can see right there. And so like the second he uses that blindness attack on you and lands it, it's all RNG from there on in. Team 1, Stephen Higgs, Technician, Martin Kameltsky, Stephen Higgs, Martin Kameltsky, Derek Exler. Do not forget to file the approved duty roster advance. Duty roster. The wooden bar. We've got a piece of cloth and some busted scissors. I'll take all of it. Like, I don't have a problem. We got an elevator console over here. Alright, cool, man. 50 XP for me. Huzzah. Can I force it? Rusty hinges squeak, but the hatch won't give. Well, like, can I force it, though? Because I have force right here. So can I be like, bow, and just rip that thing open with my incredible Hulk strength? I guess not. My hand-to-hand skill is pretty terrible. I think we would do well to not rely on that, like, ever again, if we can help it. Alright, so I've got 1 encumbrance and 2 hit points now from our little investment right there. Is there anything else over here that, like, I missed? So there's nothing inside of there. Just want to make sure that I hit everything before we go anywhere. Fiber optic cable. An electronic key for doors within the CRONUS facility. Oh, yeah. They told me they gave me that, didn't they? Yeah, I think we pretty much got everything. It looks like the loot is semi-randomized, because last time we got a relic in one of these, it gave us regeneration. I was looking around for it, but I don't see it this time around. Yeah. There we go. Got some medkit supplies, though. Almost missed that one. Should probably use the med pack on myself. I wasn't planning on beating anybody to death on my first day of work. It's like one of those things. You show up for work the first day, you gotta beat a dude to death. It's all about establishing dominance. Visitors to Magellan Station will find a hospitable welcome in a large luminous hall. Everything within has been designed to make our recruits comfortable while waiting for registration. Polite and affable personnel, cozy chairs and couches, a vending machine, and of course, some colorful and engaging informational material about the organization and life under the dome. Please note the vending machine only accepts bonds.
Welcome to the Magellan Station.
So like we get paid in company script is what you're saying. Apparently, I can take the dirt out of the flower pots because that's what you do on your first day of work. You just go through all the flower pots like a gopher. Alright, let's get them. Oh, somebody hid themselves some Xanny bars inside the flower pot. Splatty's getting paid now. Been here for like 8 seconds and I'm already like the station drug dealer. Why are there shell casings in there? Oh my goodness, something bad's gonna happen here. I can smell it. A tall receptionist watches you from behind the desk with a bored, haughty look. He gestures impatiently for you to come closer. Noticing your silver uniform, he offers up his best artificial smile. Welcome. Name's Dean Rayhead. It's my job to help our new employees settle in. Take a seat and I'll register you. The administrator slaps himself on the forehead as if he just remembered something. I almost forgot the regulation greeting before registration. Just a second. Rayhead takes a reel-to-reel tape recorder from under the desk, quickly rewinds the tape to the beginning and presses play. The speakers explode with the crackling sound over which the sound of a metronome grows louder. Solemn music begins playing from the tape recorder. The administrator's face takes on a serious expression. Dear employee, I, Administrator Dean Rayhead, welcome you to Under the Dome on behalf of the CRONUS Corporation. He coughs and continues. By joining our company, you are choosing the path of science and progress, and you are among mankind's best, and we ask that you live up to this title. He looks a squint at the monitor. Deserve this title. Do your job honestly, obey the law, respect your colleagues, and the music fades and the administrator finishes speaking his last words in silence. And together, we will build the best future for all of mankind. He puts the tape recorder away. We're done with the greeting. Now I'll register you and upgrade your Selectron. You ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Move close to the desk. His hands freeze above the keyboard. The administrator gives you a nod. I dictate my data to him. You spell out your first and last names and specify your wing, profession, and test results. The administrator's fingers fly across the keyboard as he enters your data into the CRONUS database. He scans the computer screen. So you're on staff at Magellan Station. Your selectron, please. I'll update the firmware. Dean presses the docking part of your pass to a recess in the casing of his computer. The administrator returns your selectron. So, colleague, you have the first clearance level, which gives you access to the archives of the administrative level, the warehouses, and to be honest, basically everywhere except the entirely classified locations. Yes, it also gives you administrative privileges at most terminals. Each new employee has several mandatory tasks to perform. I can tell you about each one briefly or in detail. Let's go with the short version. To make it short, get your uniform from storage, get your weapon in the armory, complete training at the training ground, learn how to use the scanner, avoid anomalies, and obtain scientific knowledge on the White Wing level. After this, return to me and I'll tell you what you need to do next. That's all. I hope there aren't any questions. Alright. There was a guy that attacked me in the elevator operating room. He listens with studied attention. When you finish your tale, he points in the direction of the hall. Sorry, I'm not responsible for security. Talk to Indra, let him deal with it, and... He raises his tired, indifferent gaze at you. Just a piece of advice. You better not to tell that it happened to you in the elevator, operating room, or the shaft. Actually, you ought to compose a detention slip explaining what you were doing in the restricted territory for personnel with special clearance level only. Maybe you'll be given a fine. Are you going to do anything? Do anything, of course. On behalf of the CRONUS Corporation, I sincerely apologize for the incident. We will do our best to provide the proper level of security in the future. Yeah, let's just not tell anybody about what happened in the elevator from now on, because I get the feeling that the corporate hierarchy here is not really caring. Alright, apparently I can scan the robot, I guess. Scan the robot. Let's go see if we can open the door to the administrative area and steal all of his stuff. Ooh. Administrative access, my friends. Administrative access. Apparently this guy doesn't even care that I'm on my first day of work and I'm looting all of his money out of the cabinets in the background. I might need this for space drugs, though. There we go. Anything else around? You got donuts? Yeah, let me get some of those. Oh, it's his welcoming speech. Gotcha. Can I get on this terminal? Hello, employee. You have new messages. Hi, I'll need the data about the new arrival before tomorrow's shift. Please leave it in the document drawer at the workstation. Don't forget to lock the drawer, and don't forget to return the key to the officer on duty, and don't forget to include the employee's name. Remember, we're colleagues, and we're all in the same boat. We need to operate as one team. Thanks. Alright, there will be a broadcast of the updated security protocol soon. Please don't forget to send your official acknowledgement of receipt and understanding, because those deadnecks from the IT department still can't figure out auto request and auto reply. I'm left sitting here trying to guess every single time. Thank you for cooperation. Hey bro, that's what the oranges say, right? I groove on their slang. Well, it's a detail. Check it out. I got my hands on the rarest issue of Captain Hyena. The very one. 13A, December 1970. I extend an invitation for you to solemnly read it aloud. All thanks to my largesse and goodwill. Yeah, I've got almost everything you need for a good time. Believe it. They said a drawer. Is there a drawer over here that I can get into? This paper is creased as if it was folded in half then smoothed out afterwards. Notes and pencil have been added to the printed text. Handyman, Orange Wing 3. Rayhet, what are their names? Container labeled Wayward. It's a brand of cigarettes. With passengers, why? Blue Wing, power engineer for reactor maintenance. Who needs this information? Rayhet, again, no name. Security guard for C-12 Nashville. Object Blackwing. Now I'm really pissed. Well, we don't need security officers ourselves. Remember the idiot cleaning his rifle in the barracks who stabbed himself in the eye with a ramrod? Contact the Spire. A single person. No data. Single person for the whole week? One person? No name, but how about his position or wing? What kind of fucked up mess do we have here, Rayhet? Alright, fair enough. Apparently there's been some organizational problems. I'm taking all this stuff because that's just the kind of person I am. There was money in the last one, and I want money. Or bullets. Bullets are good too. I can take bullets. Who are you? A silver-wearing, thin glittering glasses sits on an orange couch, trifling nervously with his badge and the name Monty James on it. There's a packed, capacious suitcase and a leaflet about the dome on top of it. Hey, it's you. How do you like it inside the dome? Haven't really formed an opinion yet. He stares sorrowfully at the suitcase. My impression is not too positive. They forgot to add me into the list. Can you imagine? I could try to register you at the terminal. You for real? That would be really nice of you. Maybe then my illusions about this place and people working here will be justified. Alright, cool, man. Where's the terminal thing? Like, they want me to register over here? Yeah, go do it. I don't know if that's the spot, but that's where I'm gonna try and register him, so, like, to hell with it. The CRONUS logo, network connection unavailable. Establish a manual connection. Restart the console. Smack it with my fist. No need to do that yourself, colleague. Let our technical staff handle it. Apparently the console is busted. Is this one still working? What's wrong with you? Come on, cut the crap. You want to register this guy? Maybe I overpromised and underdelivered. My name is Splattercat. This is Encased. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. We won our first fist fight, and we are now a corporate drone. I'll see y'all in the next episode. If you wanted to get the game for yourself, you can look down below in the description and get it there. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie gaming every single day, so you don't have to. I appreciate you spending time with me here today. I'll have something hot and fresh for you tomorrow. How you do, everybody?